everyone, welcome back to Homestead Corner. Today I have got 10 side gigs that can be super valuable in a long-term emergency. So you guys know I love to make lists. I make lists of things that can help me, maybe help some others. My brain is constantly on fire and running. So today I have a list of 10 side gigs that I think could be super valuable during a long-term emergency. And you know, if the country collapsed, something like that, extended power outages, people out of work, things of that nature, these are side gigs you could do today that definitely will bring in some money for you to help you with whatever it is, help pay that electric bill, anything like that. And they would be able to help you in the long term. In a long-term emergency, you would be able to use these skills to barter, to earn money, whatever you could do, whatever you could work out for a deal. Some of these are going to could require a little bit of schooling. A lot of them are things that you could do part-time on the side without any degree. A lot of people do it, just they know how to do it, so they do it. And you don't need to necessarily have a degree. You can learn most of these skills, and YouTube is a wonderful place to learn these skills, lots of them. So the first one is carpentry, masonry, electrician, things like that. The electrician, if you worked with someone or you know someone, you could definitely learn this skill. And those things are, not everybody is going to know how to do that stuff. I might be able to build a little box or something like that, but I don't know how to build a chair that will hold a person. So, and you know, my husband can fix a window and things like that, but we can't fix everything. We just don't have the skills to do every single thing. But so we would look for someone to be able to do that for us. And if we can find someone, we could trade a skill. We have something, we have money, whatever it is. So, and number two would be mechanics. A lot of guys do mechanics at home, saves a lot of other people money. They don't necessarily have a degree, but they know how to do it. They grew up doing it. And if you have that skill, I think it's a great side gig and a great way in a long-term emergency. People will be looking for mechanics to fix things. Small engines, their car, if they're able to get gas, things like that. And number three, gunsmithing. I think that is something that a lot of people overlook. Gunsmithing is a huge thing, actually, and especially in a long-term emergency, people are going to possibly use their guns for hunting or protection, whatever they have to use it for. But I think it's important, not everybody that owns a gun is going to be able to fix it if something goes wrong. So having a little side gig gunsmithing, and I think this is something that you could learn from YouTube videos, and they do have online classes that teach it as well, I have seen, and I don't know how much they are, but it definitely, I think it's something that would be worth looking into if you're interested in that, because people will need help fixing things or might need a little part or something like that, and it may be something that you have on hand or know how to fix, which is super handy because if your form of protection is not working, then you're dead in the water. You need to get that fixed. You need it to work right. And I think everyone should know how to clean their guns and things like that, but getting things fixed sometimes is a little more technical than most people can handle. And number four, herbalism. Herbalism is there's a lot to it. There's a lot to learn, but oh my goodness, you can save your life, your family's life, someone else's life, which is wonderful, just by learning what kind of herbs do what's available in your area, making tinctures, having them ahead, things like that. There are tons of online classes for herbalism, and they are not all that expensive, and there is tons and tons of information about herbalism on YouTube. So you definitely, if that's something you wanted to learn, you could definitely do that. And it is a great side gig. I know people that do it for a full-time income today, and I think it is wonderful because it's all natural. They can keep getting this stuff. It's not something you're going to run out of. So you can really, it's a self-sufficient type thing, which is awesome. Number 5, gardening. Gardening is something that I think everybody should know. I think everyone should teach it to their kids. You need to know how to grow your own food. And if you can grow your own food, if you have the space, you can grow food to sell. You can teach people how to garden. You can do all kinds of stuff with gardening. It is really great. And learning how to preserve it as well is another great thing you could do. And you can teach people that because there are so many people out there that want to learn it. All right, number 6. And this one is definitely not for everybody, but being a butcher, that is something that people could need in a long-term emergency. If you had to hunt for your food and you're not sure how to cut up the meat without destroying it, because some things can destroy the meat, like, you know, certain animals, and you have to make sure you stay away from certain clans, and knowing how to go about it and do it without destroying it is important. And if that's something that you can do, you could definitely, it would be a great skill to have for you, for your family, and to help other people with. Number 7, I know quite a few people that do this and make a decent living at it, is a livestock breeder. Again, not for everybody. You need to have the space, you need to learn about it. It takes time, because being able to assist animals if they need it, things like that, knowing when something's wrong and when everything is normal. It's something that you learn over time, but there is a lot of information out there on it, and it definitely can be a good money maker, especially in an emergency situation. Number 8, soap making. Soap making is really not that difficult. I have made lots of soap myself. Lye, fats, water, you got it. It does not have to be difficult. And something for sensitive skin, which you really can just use one fat and that's it. Lard, really. You can make soap. And it works really well. People, not everybody's going to know how to do that. They will be looking for soap when their stash runs out, or they may not have a stash at all. Number 9, candle making. Another thing that can definitely help your family. Lots of people buy candles. They love them. I had a small candle business when I had a primitive store years ago. I used to make all the candles for it. And candle making is, again, not real difficult to do. It's just figuring it out. And once you get your formula down, you are well on the road. And candle making, you can make a ton of money with it, and you can save your life. You can get heat from them. You can get light from them. They are great for all kinds of things. And number 10, and I think this is one, it's a lost skill really. People do not sew anymore. Sewing is a great one. When you don't have money or you can't find new clothes, you've got to repair what you have. Not everybody is going to be able to do that. They won't have the skill, and they won't have the materials and stuff to do it. So sewing, I think, is a great one, and there are still lots of people that make tons of money sewing and making things and things like that. If you look on like Etsy or any of the handmade places, you're going to find people that are making a full-time income with sewing. And I think that is wonderful. And if you like it, definitely dive in, get those skills up, get ready, because in a long-term emergency, people will be looking for that skill for sure. And that is it for my 10 side gigs that I think would be extremely valuable in a long-term emergency. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.